Hello everyone, my name is Jesse and this is the Auditorium where I react to video game music. As a musician myself, today is the return of Grandia. Grandia 2. I don't know if I've done Grandia 2. I've only done one Grandia song ever and I love that. This one is called, I think it's called Fight, aka the battle theme. This is requested by Torenhire and Noemie. I'm excited. This is my second experience with Grandia and let's just get to it. But apparently this should be quite different because what I heard originally was the main theme, and now this time I'm gonna hear a battle theme. So without further ado, let us go. Grandia 2 battle theme. Man, all the songs I've heard today have just so much bass. This bass is following the drum pattern. The ripping solo. Oh, a little synth lead. Ooh, got a little dark here. Whoa, that's sick. Ooh, that tension release was good. Dude, I love that synthesizer sound. It sounds like very dreamy. Let's see if I hear it again. It sounds very early 2000s. Ooh, that drum fill. No more? I'm gonna pay attention to the drums now. Tambourine? I heard it. Yo, the drums are sick. I love this tense moment to then come down. It's funny, for being a guitar player, you'd think I'd be like all over the guitar right now, but it's fantastic, but there's just so much going on. Yeah, I knew I was gonna have a weird ending because for sure that is just meant to loop, loop, loop. Okay, so this was... So being aware that it's a battle theme because it's just straight up called battle theme slash fight. It's pretty straightforward, right? There's no pretty much second guessing what this could be. This is just a song that repeats probably hundreds, thousands of times in the game, in different locations, all the time. So there's no like In my head, there wasn't any like day or night, forest or city. It was just like wherever. Which, if you think about it, is kind of a challenge within itself, right? Maybe I'm speaking as just a songwriter, but I mean, just try to be put in that position. Let's just, pretend that you're a composer, and then you have the task of, hey, write something that is universal anywhere. To me, that sounds daunting. That sounds easier said than done, I guess. But as I was hearing it, I was kind of in that mentality. I was in that brain space. I'm like, this does feel like I'm in a bunch of different places. Anywhere. Like I could be, I don't know if this game has like spontaneous random battles, encounters, stuff like that. Probably. But it has to have that appeal of just kind of like, oh, let's just rock out wherever this is. But it was a little more than just like your average battle theme, I guess. Where, yes, you're going to hear it a lot, and yes, it's going to loop a lot. But this song has different tensions. It had suspensions, release. The chord changes were like very significant. They had these just a lot of moods, a lot of just overall kind of emotion, I guess. It kind of had this happy-go-lucky, like, just almost heroic in a way. And then there was times where it sounded like the battle is intensifying, or maybe like, losing resources, low on health type of thing. And then it comes back to like the nicer part. So it's a musical roller coaster, which it's cool because it has different feelings of a battle that would have. Not every battle is cruise control, right? There's got to be some challenge. You can't just like blow through every fight. And the music kind of reflects that here. It has this kind of just hesitation towards it. You're battling, Every time you hear this, it's a tense moment. You're surviving for your life, right? If this is a traditional RPG, which I'm guessing it is, the whole point of these games, well, not the whole point, but the main premise is like you're just walking around the world doing whatever, and then a random encounter to fight for your life, to avoid the game over. So, the music has to kind of reflect that. It could also be a boss theme, like a reoccurring boss theme, but I didn't really get that too much. Kind of, but not too much. I did feel like it's just like a random encounter type of thing. Lots of bass in this one, which is kind of funny because one of the requesters I know plays bass. But something about today, like I've gotten, all the songs I've done today have been like very bass heavy. And it's great. It's great when it's used this way, which is kind of like this rhythmic device that's following the drums. And speaking of drums, everything had its moment to shine, I noticed. The bass is clearly, doing its thing. I feel like you can enjoy the song at least in 3 different ways, which sounds kind of odd. But if you re-listen to it once and just listen to drums, you can have an enjoyment that way. If you listen again and just listen to bass, you can enjoy it that way. And if you listen to the guitars, you can enjoy it that way. They all have their own like little story to tell. But the guitar was, surprisingly enough, the thing I was least paying attention to. It's usually the first thing I notice because I'm a little biased, but everything else is just so impressive. But yeah, but not to take away anything from the guitar. It was really doing a lot of leads, really big leads, memorable stuff, catchy melodies. Yeah, it just felt very heroic and ambitious, which is kind of cool because it's like, for something that repeats a lot, well, that's another thing too. Imagine also being given the task of, hey, by the way, this song is going to play everywhere, but also the task of, hey, the song is going to play all the time. Now, I'm just making a speculation. I don't know if anything I'm saying is true. That's my guess. But if that's the case, those are tall orders. That's tough. I can't just think of a random I just don't have something in my back pocket that I can just be like, oh well, this is gonna play all the time and everywhere. Okay, so I just looked it up really quick. It was on Dreamcast. Oh, so maybe I was close. Oh, I was right. August 3rd, 2000. Yeah. Yeah, that sounded like it. I was gonna say, it just had that, like, I don't know if I said it. Did I say late 90s, early 2000s? I know I said early 2000s. But anyway, it just had that kind of feel to it. It just had like a stamp of like 2000. Our composer is Noriyuki Iwadare. 90% of people like this game, 9 out of 10 on Steam. Grandia 2 is a role-playing video game developed by Game Arts originally for the Dreamcast console as part of their Grandia series. Cool. Well, there's that. So, I haven't seen footage of this, especially 2. I don't know what 2 looks like. But man, what a golden moment in gaming. Dreamcast era, the 2000s, PS2 era, good times. Made me nostalgic. I never owned a Dreamcast, but I always wanted one. Wasn't that thing like ahead of its time? It had like network capabilities. I think like the memory card went to the back. I don't know. Anyways, that is Grandia 2 battle theme or fight. Very enjoyable. I need to hear more of the series because the series has it seems like it has a big production value, music-wise. It has this kind of not orchestral, but it just has a big sound, very fulfilling sound. And I'm not sure if it's the same composer as the first one, but I do remember that main theme of that video I did like almost a year ago. That song, which is requested by my friend, that song was great, and I still hear it all the time. And that one went to like this kind of like sort of funk 70s thing. Yeah, I don't know. Grandia is cool. Man, it's cool. And it seems like it's one of those games that was a big deal when it was out, but may have been forgotten due to time. I haven't heard this name in, yeah, that sounds right, like 20 years. Then again, it's me we're talking about. I've been living under a rock and I haven't played anything really. But to me, I just feel like I haven't heard that name in a while. Anyway, great song. And let me know if I was close, if I was way off, what you know about Grandia 2, your memories with it, if you played it, if you not played it, did you like the song on your own, if you heard it with me for the first time. Just let me know. I actually really, really admire my comment section. It's full. If you guys have never checked out, I know it sounds weird, but if you have never like checked out like the comment section of my videos, you should like just kind of mosey it just really quick. Usually you're gonna have people just requesting stuff, but you'll see like people like sharing like stories all the time, and it's amazing. People just have all these similar experiences that you and I may have, or their own unique experiences, and like it's always so wholesome. It's like, oh, I remember waiting in line for this. I remember, I was walking with my mom at the mall and I saw this on the counter. Like all these little things that we all can relate to. I know it sounds weird, but like I think the comment section of these videos is just as important as the reaction itself, because it's not all about just like, oh, let's watch this stranger move his head online and listen to music. It's about the community part of it, The whole thing is based on like give, receive, give, receive. You guys send me this, I give you that, and then we can relate to it, and it's just like it's great. It's great. So it's interesting having something relatable with something I have no clue what it is. I can relate to stuff that you guys say, yet I have no idea what Grandia is. It's funny how that works. Anyways, thank you to Noemie and Torenhire for the request. If you want to do the same thing, you can do so on Patreon or PayPal. Either are totally fine. And if you do not want to wait in the big waiting list that I have, there is the Platinum tier on Patreon, which I provide first come, first serve. And basically that skips the line in that huge, huge list. A big thank you to Justin, Kevin, Patrick, Your Average Metalhead, Shadow Maxim, Vanadel, and Turn Arclight for supporting that. Thanks to you for watching, and long live VGM. Until next time, dudes and dudettes, my name is Jesse. Have a wonderful day. Later.